to Behind the Shirt.com 21 edition. It's been a while since Josh and I have streamed. We're so excited to be here during such a big week. So welcome everyone. Hi Josh, how are you?
Hey Renee, I have missed you so much.
Me too.
It has been so crazy leading up to Conf. I know we got really quiet with Behind the Shirt after we ended season 1, but I have a feeling we'll be doing a lot more after this week. But we get 3 this week. 3
in 1. Yes. So basically, it's a season. It's a trilogy. Right?
Ooh, I think it's more like a special limited release or like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we just got to make sure we classify it right for our potential Emmy nominations.
True. And it's, maybe it's perhaps in the Behind the Shirt vault. It's coming out of the vault. Remember the Disney vault from the 90s?
Yep.
Oh
All right. So I got to ask though, today is day 1 of Conf 21. What's been your most exciting thing so far?
Well, as far as that Conf, I loved the keynote, and I've been hanging out in the community chat in our community lounge and just talking to all these people that I would normally see on site at that Conf, just chatting with them, asking what user groups they're part of, answering quick questions, just getting right into the community has been the best so far. How about for you, Josh? What have you been up to? Lots of streaming, I think, huh?
I think it's been a lot. It's that. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that little logo in the corner there, Splunk.tv. That's been kind of my baby this year, and particularly for Conf. So I'm super excited that we're here. I've been working with our longtime friend Luca, and we're just having a blast, just putting together content. So, but you made a mention something really important, and we are virtual for Conf this year, which we were going to be like on a stage and doing it live. It's okay. We're doing a good thing here, but you know what we still get? We've still got guests that we can talk to. Let's just go ahead and bring them on.
Bring them on.
All right, here they come.
Hey guys. Proper square or proper rectangle.
Same.
Yep, this is where the show starts getting exciting, right? It's not just me and Renee talking to each other.
I don't know. You guys are pretty exciting. So,
Well, Mira, why don't you introduce yourself for our audience?
Yeah, so I am Mira Shunker, rhymes with Splunker. I have been at Splunk just under 6 years. I started off in our partner org and have moved to our internal security group where I manage our cybersecurity policies. And you may also recognize me from Shelly Kornblum's Splunk t-shirt company, where I I moonlight as the head of corporate communications, Brena. So there have been some videos released into the ethos recently, and that's it. And I'm in the Bay Area.
I heard a rumor though. That you might be the Splunk t-shirt company's employee of the month.
That is true. Yes, it is slowly making its way through the announcements. But thank you so
honor.
Oh, okay. Shelly and I, we go way back, all the way to our roots on the East Coast. So as you may have seen and will continue to see, we have a very strong love-hate relationship. So the fact that I finally broke through and my peers and colleagues all recognize that was really a wonderful honor. So thank you.
That's amazing. And it almost feels like we do have a plant for our Emmy, Josh, now that we have
I know, right?
Superstar on our show.
We'll just call it Ted Lasso and steal a couple of their spots. So
yes.
Splunk is life.
Yeah, Splunk is life, exactly.
I know the highlight that I'm going to be clipping and adding for later. All right, so we have another guest. Sorry, we've completely gone off the rails as usual.
I'm Suman Gajali, CTO and co-founder of Bits.io. We are a partner company, partner of the year for Splunk 2020. We're so proud. Also, I'm a little bit more famous now that I'm in Splunk Trust 2021. So I'm so proud, so honored. Thank you, Splunk, and it's a dream come true for me. And I've been on Splunk journey since 2013. I've been passionate about helping customers with the ROI, and then I also do some user groups at Fort Worth. I live in Dallas, Fort Worth area. and I want to use the technology to help the community and society, and we do a lot of nonprofit work using Splunk professional services.
Awesome. Hold on. Let's see if this works. I got it loaded up.
That was very faint applause. Yes, congratulations on becoming. This is your first year in the Splunk Trust, and there are so many applicants. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And so I wanted to follow up though, because we were talking about Mira having Employee of the Month. I mean, Partner of the Year that's kind of a big deal. I mean, Simon, like, you're really rocking this week.
Thank you. Yes. It's all the team that we have. It's a great team that are also aligned with our vision to help customers, customer success, and as well as helping the nonprofits and the community around us using technology. So I think quickly, last year 2020 was a tough year for us, and coming through and winning the Partner of the Year was a lot harder, but it became easier for us with the help of our team. They were committed, and we gave away free time to nonprofits. While Splunk is giving the license for free, we gave our services free, and we made them realize the value. And a lot of the nonprofit customers got onboarded, and they were virtual because they had to be virtual working, their team working virtually in no time. So Splunk helped them a lot.
That's great.
And I'll also just say, I mentioned I started off at Splunk in the partner org, and I remember how competitive it was then to get Partner of the Year. So the fact that our partner ecosystem has grown and the quantity and quality of work just continues to improve and get bigger and better, I think it's a really incredible honor. So congratulations.
Thank you.
That's great. I mean, you know what? Every guest we have on Behind the Shirt is amazing, and if you've seen the show before, you kind of know this. But like, this is always just exciting. And here's the best part: now we start getting to dive in a little bit more to find out more things that are amazing about you. And this is our million data points. So if you're not super familiar with Splunk or not familiar with Behind the Shirt, when we talk about our million data points, we are talking about something about ourselves that makes us unique, makes us stand out, something that we're proud of, something that helps identify us. It's just one of like a million things that make a person who they are. And so we have an opportunity today to kind of highlight one of our million data points. And so Mira, we'll start with you. What's one of your million data points?
Oh, I have about 1 million of them. So I'm going to highlight a couple because I think they're related. And so I'll just say that I am the younger middle child in a family with 4 kids. I am the daughter of immigrants. I'm also the oldest daughter. And I've been out on the West Coast almost 10 years, but I did grow up on the East Coast. And so that will forever be my home.
Oh, that's great. So you have 2 older brothers then?
I have 2 older brothers and a younger sister. Mm-hmm.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. And 6 nieces and nephews and a dog. So.
Okay. I mean, that's some solid family happening there. So just out of curiosity, what was that dynamic? Okay. And the reason I ask this is I have 3 children. I have a son who's 12, a son who's 9, and a daughter who is 6. She'll turn 7 in January. There's a certain dynamic that happens there with 2 big brothers. What was your dynamic with your 2 big brothers, and maybe how mom and dad treated you differently?
Well, that's a good question. Just kidding. My family's very close, so don't worry. Yeah, I think it's interesting as kids, my sister and I spend a lot more time together just based on the age differences. And so, when my eldest brother went to college, I had just finished 6th grade. So we didn't really actually form that stronger relationship until we got older, when, we both kind of had time to really come into our own, and I wasn't the annoying little sister. And, but one thing that really bonded us as children was that my mom really encouraged all of us to play music and also to try a sport. And she said, I don't really care what it is you do, but just try it. And so we all went through that. So we all are classically trained musicians. You know, we tried our hand at various sports. Now I share a very intense love of basketball with my brothers, who are if you ask anyone who knows me, they'll tell you I'm a little bit of a neurotic fan. You know, and my sister and I, we have that. I mean, there's a bond between sisters that I think is hard to describe and yet always there, right? And so, yeah, I mean, it wasn't super dramatic. We didn't really have a lot of cross-pollinating fighting going on, but
Okay, well, that's boring then. We wanted drama.
Yeah, no.
I will say I am, of all of them, the one who's the biggest on board games. And so if anything, on all our family trips, especially going to India, I was always the one pushing, hey, let's play this. And they're all consistently were like, no, we're done. We've had enough.
Well,
You're coming at them like, I play backgammon, you're playing badgammon.
Yes.
I love that you all are encouraged to play a sport and try an instrument. I don't hear that a lot. I usually hear, parents thinking it should be one or the other, and I don't know why. I'm curious what instrument you play or instruments you play.
Yeah, so I played flute for a little over 20 years, and I dabble on and off, and I did a lot of musical theater growing up. I did try my hand at piano. I was terrible at practicing because I thought, I already know how to read music. Why can't I just play? And it doesn't work that way. But yeah, I think it's really special. And, my brothers each have 3 kids, and they're all learning music now. And my mom was a classical musician. She was a singer back in India. And so, I think it's really nice for us to share that love of music. And, my dad is not a musician, but he's learned to love and embrace it. So he's definitely our number 1 fan. So.
Oh, that's sweet. Lovely.
Yeah.
So you said your parents are immigrants. So I assume they're from India. You keep mentioning, when you go to India and everything. Were your brothers born? Were you all born in the U.S.?
We were all born in the U.S. Yep. We were all born in Connecticut.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Actually, as a fun, unsolicited fact is my dad, when he first came to the U.S., landed in Berkeley, California, which is where I live, and also where one of my brothers lives. And right now, the apartment that he stayed in when he first came here is exactly 2 blocks from my brother's family and exactly 2 blocks from me, which is just really coincidental, but also just really special. So,
that's cool.
Did you find out who lives there? Have you checked out?
I have not, although probably out of anyone in my family, I'm the one most likely to go knock on a stranger's door.
You're doing this number. You're like,
Halloween is coming up, so maybe now's the time.
I've been watching the 3rd season of You, so that type of thing is in my head right now.
I'm very impressed. I cannot make it past a couple episodes of season 2. It was too intense.
It's not that great, but it keeps me hooked. Well, that's
so
really cool.
Let's check in with Simone. So Simone, million data points.
So I was debating, I don't think I'm boring. I guess I don't have anything. But, I've been traveling, I think since 2015, nonstop, doing Splunk engagements, right? So Monday through Friday. And then when I come back, I think I didn't realize, but that's one of my hobbies, having an indoor garden. On one corner of my house, I live in Texas, so, the houses are big, and you probably have so many bedrooms that you never even use them. But I have one space where I have all the plants, and, I go home Friday night, and then I'm checking on those, they're my real pets, living pets, right? So I don't have a dog, so I just go check on them. And whenever I go to grocery, there's some dying orchid or something, I just bring them and then try to revive them. And I have a bunch of them now, and my wife is like, how many are we going to have?
That's funny. You take in strays, just like people take in stray pets.
How many do you have, out of curiosity?
I have probably about 10 orchids.
Wow. That's a lifetime of work.
Do you have grow lights and everything? Because orchids have very particular needs.
Yeah, I think we have enough sunlight there where I have. It's a big window, area where we have the formal dining room is now a gardening thing. So
Well, I had a former coworker, a former boss who would always he was a cyclist, and he said there is a maximum number to the number of bikes that you can have, and that's the wife acceptance or spouse acceptance factor, right? And it's always the number you want minus one.
I love that.
yeah.
Simon, do you have any like vegetables or herbs or anything growing, or is it mostly just like beautiful flowers?
So I go to this I think there is a company, what's that, roots, something with the roots. So they had like tomatoes and peppers, so they can just grow indoor, and they're like a smaller version, right? And some mint. In the backyard too, we try to grow watermelon and other vegetable stuff. So
Okay, you said tried. Not as much success out back than in the dining room.
I think it's too hard for those to come out. So I think only a month or so they just have. I've seen fruits grow, but other times they're just growing, but no fruit. So it's pretty harsh weather, I think, for those vegetables to actually come to life.
I guess you should just move to California.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but then he wouldn't have the big spacious dining room to have his plants.
Right.
That's great, yes.
Suman, how does it make you feel when you come back on a Friday and you go to those plants? Like, what does that do for you?
Oh, it's like, meditation. I do, follow some meditation type of things. And that's for meditation for me, planting and watering them. And it's just like see a new flower or new leaf coming out of it, right? So it's like, wow, it's so happy to see them, grow.
That's absolutely lovely. I think that's fantastic that you have that passion. I do have a question, and I'm gonna tell a short story from this past weekend to tee this question up, right? Because I don't want it to come off as too direct. Well, not
Everybody
direct.
grab a drink now. Everybody.
No, hear me out. Right, so this past weekend, I went to the mountains and I went hiking with my brother-in-law, and we go out to see a waterfall, right? A little short hike, go see a waterfall. We're enjoying the waterfall, and then out of nowhere, these people start walking down the hill. We didn't even know there was a trail there. I don't think there was. But the person trailing behind the group, it was a mom, a daughter, and then dad's trailing behind. We're like, he had this off-road RC car that he was just like going up and down boulders and taking down the trail. He's like, I don't have a dog. I got my RC car. And I asked to take a picture, if I could get a picture of it to show my kids. He's like, oh yeah, sure. And so I asked him, like, so do you take all the pictures? And his wife's like, nope, I take the pictures all the time. And so my question to you is while you're out of town, does your spouse take pictures and send them to you?
No.
Oh, see, this is why I wanted to preface with the story, because I didn't want to be like, well, why is it? I just wanted you to know why I was asking. Now, does your spouse like help take care of them when you're away?
She does. So if I think, sometimes you kill the plants by overwatering, right? And I tell her not to water them. But if I'm out for a longer period, she definitely takes care of those. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, lovely. It's so great meeting you two. There's some opportunities for us to get to know even more about you both. So, next segment we have is called The Query.
Bum, bum, bum.
So this, I have kind of a main question, but you can take it in whatever direction you'd like. We are approaching, so I guess in Texas, weather probably doesn't change a lot. We're all in different locations, everyone on this call, which is interesting. Here in Chicago, it's fall. you know, as they call it autumn in other parts of the world, but in America we say fall.
America.
'Cause
It's
the
fall,
leaves are
y'all.
falling. And it's also Halloween season. So our very hard-hitting question this year, or this episode, I should say, is what has been your favorite Halloween costume that you've worn or that you've seen out and about during the Halloween season? So Mira, take a moment to think.
No thinking. Instant reaction. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Instant.
So favorite Halloween costume I've worn, it's probably a tie. So a couple years ago, I was Carmen Sandiego, which was really fun. And incidentally, I ran into a couple other Carmen Sandiegos. So the whole where in the world, I guess we were all at the same party. Sorry, that's a terrible joke. And speaking of terrible jokes, I also really love puns. And so one year I was Iron Chef, but I had on an apron that had the element iron. And then I just had some utensils.
Very,
I
very
love
funny.
One that I've seen, man, it's always in that moment I think, oh, they're so creative. But then I have a confession. I'm not super big on Halloween, so I always just go with what do I have in my house.
Right.
One time I saw a guy with a baby harness, and in there was sugar, and so he's walking around as a sugar daddy. I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh my gosh.
Puns. I'm a total sucker for puns.
That is a pun.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't want to waste time thinking because that could take all day. So.
Okay. Well, I love that. And Carmen Sandiego, like, definitely reminds me of my childhood and the acapella group, and it just brings me back.
Yes, and the big map at the end was great. Yes. Great.
I was always like, how do these kids know all of this stuff? Because I feel like I didn't learn all of that in geography class. All right, Suman, how about you?
It's a very tough question. So I'm pretty reserved when it comes to costume. Like, but I helped my daughter to actually buy on Amazon or take her to the store to get those. But one time I tried. My friends forced me to do something. So I said, one customer said, my name almost has all the letters from Superman, right? And I was like, I actually wore a Superman T-shirt with an S here, and then have glasses. The big ones that he wears when he's not
Clark Kent.
Yeah. So, that's the only time I tried. I don't think it's famous, but that's the one I tried. And I had to go with my daughter's favorite costumes, like the Frozen, all those things, right? The princess ones, mermaid, and all that.
That's adorable. I feel like all little girls have been in the past, 5 or so years. I don't even know when Frozen came out. They've all had to be one of the two from Frozen, right?
What is time, Renee? Time
I
has
have
no
no
meaning.
I almost said the last 10 years. I'm like, it can't have been that long. I have no idea.
I think 5 is a good estimate.
Yeah.
No, but what about you, Renee?
Yeah, Renee.
I've never been like super creative. Like, I always have these big ideas, and then the day comes, I'm like, I'm gonna spend $200 on making a creative costume. One time as a partner costume, my partner had one of those like blow up shark things. There's like the blow up sumo wrestlers and things. So they were like a big shark. So I dressed up as a scuba diver. So I just wore black leggings and a black shirt, and I bought goggles, and I just like put blood all over myself. But I always wanted to have a friend duo of being the Grey Gardens people. Like, this is very niche though, like you'd have to know, but it's an old documentary. It's a mother and daughter, Big Edie and Little Edie, and I've always wanted to go as either Big Edie or Little Edie, and then the right people would understand. But I always have these narratives in my head, and then it's not gonna happen. How about you, Josh? Or what are your kids going as this year?
Okay, so I'm really because I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, man, how do I want to answer this? So this year, I mentioned already that I have 3 children, and then you'll note the red hair. So this year, we're actually heading to Disney World, and we are going to dress as a family of the family from Phineas and Ferb.
Oh, cute. That's not a. Is that a Disney show?
What's that?
Is that a Disney show?
Oh yeah, oh
It
yeah,
is?
that's done by Disney. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So Josh, you like me are just going to go into your closet and see whatever's there. Just
Oh no, because my wife is amazing, and she went out and bought all the outfits for all of us.
wow.
Now that I think about it, we were supposed to do this last year, and then everything was kind of not active, as we're aware. But everything that we had ordered was actually too big for everybody. But all my kids have grown so much in the last year. I think everything's going to be fitting just right. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to go as a broke suburban dad. I'll be at Disney. But the best, I think my favorite costume that I've done, and my birthday is at the end of October, so I used to always host a big costume party for my birthday, and every year it would be themed. And one year we did the theme of the world of Nintendo, so everybody showed up as different Nintendo characters, and I dressed up as Toadstool from Mario Brothers.
Is Toadstool the little one that gives you the mushroom?
Yeah, he's got the big mushroom head.
Yeah, cute.
I actually owned that mushroom head until this past summer when I finally threw it out.
Oh. I see that in the chat. Sensitive Thunk says they're BF and they are going as Wayne and Garth. I did that as a couple costume one year, and I was Wayne because I had the dark hair.
Mhm.
And they said, I will never not see you as Mike Myers anymore because you look a lot like him. I was like,
Hold on, Wayne.
I shouldn't share that information. He's not even looking me as Mike Myers, but
Yeah,
not Mike
everybody.
Myers from Halloween. Mike Myers, the weird Canadian comedian.
Everybody's going to say "Party on, Wayne" to you from now until the end of time.
Right. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, one of the things that we touched on there right now, I just want to ask, because Mira, you said that Halloween's not like really your jam. What is your favorite holiday?
Oh, Christmas. Hands
Christmas?
down.
Yeah.
I unabashedly set up my tree in my apartment very, very early. I feel like it takes so much time to set it up, and my house, my rules. So nobody's
Yeah,
gonna
why
tell me
not?
to have it. And I have a Festivus party every year. Last year, obviously, to honor science and saving lives, I did not. But I have had a Festivus party. Although only one year did we actually do the airing of grievances. Mostly it's just non-denominational, all the denominations. You know, I have some various decorations in my house, and it just, for me, it's such a festive time of year, and I feel it's very cozy, and it's just a good reminder to, you know, be with the ones you love and celebrate that time, and, you know, laugh, eat, drink, be merry.
And feats of strength. I mean,
Feats
good
of
wrestling.
strength. Yes, yes. I think my boxing trainer will be very happy to hear you mention that.
Oh, that's great. What
Yeah.
about you, Simon?
So I think Mira can relate to it probably. Diwali is one of the festivals I like, and we get some fireworks and do some fun with the kids. It's more involved, like you go out and kind of risky that the kids are playing with the fire and all that, but it's so much fun. And
Actually, go ahead.
Obviously Christmas too, where my little one Shreya, she always wants that big tree, and then she knows that it's us buying the gifts, but it's like, yeah, Santa is going to bring this and this, and she has the list, right?
Yeah.
So cute.
That Diwali story reminded me, when I was a kid, we had family friends who had a Diwali party every year, and I remember one year having those firecrackers, and it actually burned a hole through my jacket. And so for years, And years I was scarred. Oh, I didn't want to go near fire at all. And it was also, because a little kid, oh, it's my favorite jacket. R.I.P. my favorite jacket.
Oh.
Which I think was probably more sad at the time.
Which you probably would have grown out of in like 6 months anyway, but still.
Oh, yeah. I grew I've always been very tall, and I definitely was in my prime growth spurt at that time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Diwali, man, great food, good music.
Yes.
I love Diwali. That's
definitely a great. That answer totally wins.
that's what I miss about. I've been a remote worker for 10 years now, but that was one of the things I missed the most about working in the office was Diwali every year. That was always the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had the pleasure of celebrating. I do live in a very Indian neighborhood. There's this Devon Street in Chicago. I don't know if anyone's ever been. Yeah, so I'm in the neighborhood of Devon. I order food from there all the time, and I'll walk around, but like I haven't been part of any celebration, so maybe I should check that out.
You should resolve that.
Celebrations, you don't have to be invited to attend.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just walk right in. No one will say anything.
Well, it's funny. I mean, it's great to hear you say that because that's been my experience as well. That was the thing. It was just like, it was very open. It was like, this is a celebration for everybody. There was no exclusion to it whatsoever. Like it was, and there was nothing about, I think that's my favorite part about it. I mean, the food was phenomenal. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Food is always great.
It's a generally very warm and open culture. I mean, all the time in India, especially, less so here, just given the cultural differences, but you can just walk into people's houses unannounced, stay for one meal, stay for 3 days. Doesn't really matter.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
Oh, that warms my heart. I love that.
All right. Well, we got to stop being so friendly and kind and loving. We've had enough of that. What the audience really wants is competition.
Uh-oh.
So are you ready for data domination?
I'm pretty bad at those. Yes, let's try.
Don't worry, man.
I
we can both be visible at this together. So
I get to participate in this.
Oh,
good.
Awesome.
Yeah. Typically, I lose. We've taken such a long break, though. Maybe I'll start a winning streak. So we'll see.
I'm glad you said something because I realized I didn't grab my sheet of paper to take notes of who scores and when. And so I got to find a scrap piece of paper real quick.
I was going to say, don't worry, we can keep score.
No, I don't trust you. I don't. All right. Anybody who's seen behind the shirt knows that Renee's a little sus when it comes to trust in this game.
This is my halo.
All right. Here we go. Now, I'm going to explain the rules a little bit. Data domination is a game designed for nonsense and fun. You're not expected to know the answer, but the idea is to get closer than anybody else. You can get over the correct answer. It's all about being closest to the correct answer. And they're like, Josh, I don't know what you're talking about still. Well, what I've done for data domination is I have pulled a stack of cards from the 2009 version of Guesstimation. So all of the stats and everything associated in this is from 2009. I want to be clear for legal and everybody watching that this is not an endorsement of Guesstimation. I continue to be lazy and do not source the questions myself. Just want to make sure we're all clear about that. The way this is going to work is I am going to ask the question and then I will go around to each of you. You'll each have an opportunity to go first. And the first person to get 2 of the questions right wins. And if we have time, we'll go a little bit longer, but we usually don't. I will also say that if everybody else gets one right and you're the third person that still hasn't gotten one right, it means nothing. There have been so many come from behinds, and Renee does not have a good track record of winning. So there you go. All right.
I can say that, but you can't, Josh.
Oh, sorry.
Just kidding.
Renee, tell us a little bit about your track record with winning this game.
Well, this week, it's been pretty good. This week, I can't say that it's been terrible. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. Our first question is, how many moving parts does an average 8-seat helicopter have? How many moving parts does an average 8-seat helicopter have? All right. The first person to provide a guess is going to be Mira.
Oh, geez.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You know, I used to be a helicopter expert.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with 4.
4 moving parts on a helicopter. Got it.
$1.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
I was going to say 5.
Okay. Are you saying 5, or you were going to say 5? And now
5. Yes, 5.
5? Okay. Mira, your odds aren't looking great. I'm just saying. Renee.
No, I'm not surprised. Probably off by 10x.
I'll say 5,000.
5,000.
Oh my gosh.
Now you got Simone really worried. All right, I want to tell you a fun story. I have a degree in aerospace engineering that I received from North Carolina State University, and I had no idea the answer to this, but I knew it was more than 5.
I mean,
all right. All right. The answer to the question, how many moving parts does an average 8-seat helicopter have, is 24,500. So Renee, you have won the first round.
Oh
Good
my
job.
God.
Yay! Look, I drew a helicopter when I wrote my number.
Is that the secret? I have no concept.
Yeah, you have to like transfer it to your
So-
brain.
One thing to let you know about helicopters, and one of the reasons why they're so complicated, is the blades move themselves. So they pitch to adjust for the way that you need to fly. So just something to know. All right. Now, this question is based out of statistics from 2009. So think 2009. We're thinking 12 years ago. Okay. How many of China's 1.3 billion citizens smoke? How many of China's 1.3 billion citizens in 2009 are smokers? And Suman, you'll go first.
Just rough guess. 1 billion.
1 billion? Okay. All right. Renee, you're next.
Let me think. So 1.3 billion divided by 5. Toddlers, children, babies.
Oh man.
Say 10 million.
She's
10?
going to nail it.
10 million. Okay. And Mira, out of 1.3 billion Chinese people in 2009, Chinese citizens, how many smoked?
Somewhere in between 10 million and 1 billion. I'm going to go with.
She totally dissed on your answer, Renee.
I know.
100 million.
100 million. Okay. So in 2009, out of 1.3 billion Chinese citizens, there were 320 million smokers. So that would be Mira. You were the closest.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, Suman, like I said before, okay, you're not out of this yet. But you're down 2. Now, granted, both Renee and Mira have the opportunity to like clinch it with this next one. Okay,
Uh-oh.
so here we go. All right. How many passengers and crew were on the Titanic's maiden voyage? How many passengers and crew were on the Titanic's maiden voyage? Renee, you are up first.
Oh dear. I saw the movie. I saw the musical. I wish you asked how many minutes there were in one season of Love, because I could tell you that. Let me see. Titanic. Ooh. God. 500 people.
500 people.
Yes.
Okay. Suman. No, I'm sorry. Mira, you're next. Sorry.
1,300.
1,300. Okay. And Suman.
2,000.
2,000. All right. Now, I told y'all how this works, right? First person that gets 2, nobody's out. The answer to how many people were on the maiden voyage, passenger and crew, was 2,227. Suman, you are still in this game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's
See?
awesome, man. Good job.
I'm telling you, still in the game. All right. Ooh, let's see. All right, this one should be good. This one should be good. This is all right. Here we go. How many pounds or kilograms does 1 cubic foot of gold weigh? A cubic foot of gold. How many pounds, or you can do kilograms if that's your preferred unit. How much does it weigh for a cubic foot? All right, and let's see who went first last time. It was Renee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so Suman, you go first this time. 1 cubic foot, 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot of gold. How much does it weigh?
100 pounds.
100 pounds. Okay. Okay. Next up, Renee.
Okay, I'm thinking flour.
I love this. I love this game.
A 5-pound bag of flour is a little less than a foot, and then it's like a little bit smaller, and that's just 5 pounds, and that's flour. So for gold, mathematically speaking, 50 pounds.
50 pounds. All right. All right. And last but not least, Mira, a 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot block of gold weighs how much?
God, this is impossible.
I love this game so much.
She's going to nail it. She has so much time.
So
you know, it's just all those 24 karat gold pieces I wear, just on the regulars.
Yeah, the whole 1 foot by 1 foot crunching them together.
My dog is actually 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot.
All right, come on, Mira.
Okay, let's go with something crazy. So they said, what was it? What were their guesses?
I said 50.
Simone said 100 pounds. Renee said 50 pounds.
I'm gonna go with 1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds, she says. The answer to how much does 1 cubic foot gold weigh? 1,055.4 pounds. Mira, you nailed it, and you have won data domination.
Wow.
Now, one thing I didn't tell you is, had you gotten the exact right number, and I would have, 1,050 would have been fine, I think. I would have given you a gift card to the Splunk store. So you missed out by 55.4 pounds. So I'm really sorry about that.
I had some very worthy competitors, and for what it's worth, I just did arbitrary guesses.
All right. Well, with that, thank you so much, Suman. Thank you so much, Mira. It was wonderful getting to know you. I know everybody who's watching was excited to get to know you a little bit better. Thank you so much for participating with us on Behind the Shirt. Before we say goodbye to you, and Renee and I are going to chat for a couple more minutes, Suman, what are you looking forward to day 2 of Conf?
Oh, so I have one more session to do, so I'll be busy, and we have our Conf sponsorship as well. So I'll be there too. So some of the keynotes and super sessions I'll be looking forward to as well.
Perfect. What about you, Mira?
So I'm a big Star Wars fan, so Mark Hamill, obviously, but I also think that, in light of the fact that everything is virtual, the .conf team has done a really good job trying to make sure there's a sense of community and a lot of opportunities to engage and talk to one another. And so honestly, just the dialogue back and forth when the presentations are happening or when people hear, PR or whatnot, I feel like that's a very splunky thing to say, but the people here are what keep me here. And so any opportunity to hear from, my friends in Australia or abroad in Germany or whomever, splunkers that I would normally see in person. I think just it's a nice time of year for us all to come together. I think we all need it. So I
agree. All right. Well, with that, we've got to hurry up and tidy up because there is another broadcast coming right after this. We have a special LinkedIn live broadcast, and rumor has it it's going to be Doug Merritt who's going to be talking and sharing. So we got to wrap this up. Renee, it was so great being on Behind the Shirt with you again today.
So great to see you again. Lovely chatting with our guests. I had met Suman before, but Mira I had never met. And I cannot wait until we can travel again. and I get to go meet her in the San Francisco office one day. So such
Love
a
it.
pleasure. I'm excited for tomorrow and the next day. Everybody join us again.
That's right. And tune in all this week. We got content coming. You can go to splunk.tv, see all the channels we broadcast. It's all your favorites, Twitch, YouTube, and LinkedIn Live. We have got programming going for the entire week. Well, not Friday, because we all need a break by Friday. But if you want to be notified whenever we're going live, make sure you subscribe or follow to the platform of your choice, and it will notify you. All right. With that, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of day one of Comp 2021. And we will see you again soon.
Happy
Bye.
comping, everyone. Bye.